The rifle market just got a major shakeup, and manufacturers aren't holding back this year. They've got lightweight survival rifles, tactical AR-style trainers, competition-ready bolt guns, something for everyone. SHOT Show 2025 is bringing the heat, and this year's lineup of rifles in 50 LR is no exception. In this video, we're checking out 7 of the newest 50 LR rifles that are pushing the boundaries of performance, accuracy, and innovation, whether you're plinking, training, hunting, or dialing in tight groups at the range. If you've been thinking about retiring your trusty old 1022, 2025 might be the perfect time to make the switch. Let's get started. Maxim Defense's MD-15L. If you think you know everything about AR-style rimfires, Maxim Defense's MD-15L might surprise you. It's not just another lightweight, plastic-feeling 50, it's got real AR DNA from a brand that usually caters to serious shooters. As soon as you pick it up, you'll feel a duty-grade heft, thanks to aluminum receivers and a full 16-inch 4150 chrome moly vanadium barrel. They've given it a fully floated design for decent accuracy potential, and the M-LOK handguard lets you attach all kinds of accessories, whether you're into lasers, foregrips, or bipods. The MD-15L handles like a standard AR. The charging handle, bolt catch, and mag release are right where you expect. That means you can train with it and build muscle memory that directly translates to a 5.56 rifle. The 1-7 twist might seem fast for a 50, but it plays nicely with heavier rimfire loads if you're looking to tighten your groups at mid-range distances. Running different ammo through it doesn't cause many hiccups, so you'll have more shooting time and less problem solving. It comes equipped with Magpul MBUS sights, but you'll probably want to add your own optic. The Picatinny top rail has plenty of room for a red dot or a low-power variable scope, which makes target transitions quicker. The action is a simple blowback system, so it's easy to clean and maintain. At about 6.5 pounds, it's heavier than some 50 rifles, but that extra weight feels more natural if you're used to a standard AR-15. This rifle isn't just for casual plinking. You can hunt small game or even put it on a competition line if you dial in the right ammunition. The MD-15L has a premium vibe, and that's reflected in the price. Still, if you want an authentic AR rimfire trainer that's built tough, it's a compelling choice to add to your stable. Ruger 1022 Carbon Fiber. There's a pretty good chance the first gun you've ever shot was a Ruger 1022. Everyone knows it because it's everywhere, partly due to the fact that it's reliable, easy to customize, and it has basically become the standard for semi-auto rimfires. Now, Ruger has introduced a carbon fiber variant that sheds weight while improving handling. You can think of it as the next evolution for this classic rifle. The star of this new 2025 model is the carbon fiber wrapped barrel. You get the stiffness of a bull barrel without the usual heft, and the muzzle is threaded so you can add a can or any muzzle device that takes your fancy. Ruger sells a version with a Magpul MOEX 22 stock that weighs about 3.5 pounds, which is exceptionally light for a semi-auto. If you want something more competition-oriented, you can upgrade to the Custom Shop Edition with a gray birch chassis. That one's still under 4.5 pounds, so it's no slouch in the weight department. Both versions use Ruger's BX trigger, which is a nice step up from the older factory triggers. You can slap on your favorite optic because they either come with or easily accept a scope rail. Some folks appreciate the added cleaning port in the Custom Shop version, which lets you clean from the chamber end without extra hassle. You might be thinking, a 1022 is already popular, so what's new? The big change is the reduced weight and improved accuracy potential from the carbon fiber barrel. This setup won't weigh you down on long hikes, and it can hold decent groups if you find the right ammo. If you've never owned a 1022 or you're just craving a modern twist on a classic, this is a fun choice that proves Ruger hasn't run out of ideas yet. The Savage Revel Classic. You may think lever actions are a thing of the past, but the Savage Revel Classic proves otherwise. It blends old-school charm with modern reliability, so you can have that nostalgic silhouette without sacrificing performance. The walnut stock is contoured and finished in a satin that showcases the wood's natural grain. The carbon steel barrel provides consistent accuracy, whether you're aiming at small varmints or hitting steel plates at the range. Some lever guns can be fussy about quick reloads, but this one feeds from a tubular magazine that holds plenty of 22 LR rounds for plinking. The action feels smooth, and the trigger is crisp enough to keep your groups respectable. You'll like that it's easy to disassemble if you need to pack it in a backpack or store it discreetly. The lever loop is generously sized so you can work it with gloves on. The receiver is drilled and tapped for an optic, but it also has handy iron sights if you prefer an old-fashioned approach. You might pick it up for small game hunts or just for casual shooting, and it's priced around $400. It's definitely a lever gun that merges classic appeal with practical design. Tippmann Arms Xpert 422 LTE. Another rimfire rifle that feels like a real AR-15 is the Tippmann Arms Xpert 422 LTE. It's surprisingly light at around 5.5 pounds and features cast aluminum receivers and polymer components that help keep it budget-friendly. You still get familiar AR controls like a functional forward assist and an M-lock handguard. Reloading is easy since Tippmann designed a clever magazine with a slide-down cover, which helps your thumbs avoid the usual rimfire mag hassle. At the range, it cycles smoothly with bulk ammo or premium stuff, letting you focus on improving your skills instead of clearing jams. Accuracy can impress you, especially if you pair it with decent 22 LR rounds. It's also got a threaded barrel for any muzzle device you might want to attach to it. Because it mimics an AR so well, you can use it as a trainer, a plinker, or even a small game tool. If you already have a standard AR, switching back and forth is easy because the grip, charging handle, and safety are all in familiar places. The polymer buffer system is specifically made for rimfire operation, so it's dependable while keeping weight low. MSRP is around $500 for the M422 LTE, which might seem high for a rimfire. Then again, you're getting an AR-style platform that's built to last, so it feels like a bargain. You can decide if it deserves a spot in your lineup or if you'd rather stick to basic 22 LR rifles. If you ask me, it's a fun way to scratch that AR itch on a rimfire budget. The Goat 15 from Mountain Billy Gun Lab. This is the third AR-style rifle on this list, but it's much smaller than any AR on the market. Why is that? Because it's a scaled-down version, which makes it around 20% smaller than your standard run-of-the-mill AR. This makes it effortless to carry around, great for beginners who want the feel of an AR without the recoil. The Goat 15 from Mountain Billy Gun Lab weighs only about 2.8 pounds, so it feels almost like a toy, but it's still built to operate the same way as a standard AR. Everything from the upper to the handguard is polymer to keep weight low. It's got a 16.25-inch barrel that doesn't detach, so you have a stable barrel for better accuracy. The full-length Picatinny rail makes it simple to add a red dot or scope, though you have to supply your own sights. One feature that sets this rifle apart is the tamper-resistant cap. It locks the safety selector in place if you want total control over the firearm's readiness. That makes it especially appealing to parents teaching their kids how to shoot. The heavy trigger might bother you. It's around 8 pounds with a bit of creep. The company wanted it that way for safety, but they might release a lighter aftermarket trigger down the road. At 25 or 50 yards, it'll group decently if you do your part, though you may get the odd flyer. The blowback action is straightforward, and you'll rarely deal with feed or eject issues. It's sold with a single shot and a 5-round magazine, with a 10-round version expected soon. If you're after the lightest AR-style 22 for backpacking, or you want a solid youth trainer, the Goat 15 is tough to beat at its current price point. The Winchester Xpert. You might think of bolt-action rimfires as plain old plinkers, but the Winchester Xpert does a lot more. It's built around a skeletonized stock that weighs next to nothing, so you can lug it around all day without feeling fatigued. The glass-filled nylon construction keeps it rugged, and the near-vertical grip helps you line up precise shots, whether you're a new shooter or an old hand. Because it takes Ruger 10-22 magazines, you can use the standard 10-round rotary mags or any of the popular aftermarket varieties. The dual-release system is clever. You can pop out the magazine by pulling a small lever, or you can pinch the sliders on each side of the stock to get the mag out under spring pressure. That means no fiddling around when you're eager to reload. The trigger breaks at around 3.5 pounds, which is excellent for a rimfire in this price range. Winchester gave the Xpert an 18-inch barrel with a bent-style chamber to tighten up groups. That free-floated barrel design helps keep shots consistent, and the included iron sights are decent enough if you want to skip the optic. But the receiver is drilled and tapped if you want to add a scope later. There's a threaded version as well if you want to attach a can so you can keep the noise down, plus a couple of different finishes like True Timber Strata Camo or Forged Carbon Gray. At around $300, it's an attractive deal for a bolt action that feels modern and shoots well. You could use it for small game, backyard plinking, or even basic precision training, and you'd be pretty pleased with what it can do. Bergara BMRX. Bergara is known for their high-end centerfire rifles, and the BMRX continues that tradition in a 22 LR bolt action. It's intended for impressive accuracy right out of the box, which might catch your attention if you're a stickler for tight groups. They offer two barrel types, steel or carbon fiber, so you can go for a slightly heavier or a lighter setup. Either way, you get a threaded muzzle for any muzzle device you might want. There's a tactical style stock that includes length of pull spacers. This feature helps you fit the rifle to your body, so it feels like a full-sized centerfire in your hands. The vertical grip and flat forend also lend themselves to stable shooting positions off a bench or prone behind a bipod. Bergara even includes a 0 MOA rail on the receiver, so mounting a scope is straightforward. The performance can be remarkable. It's capable of sub-MOA groups at 50 yards without much trouble if you feed it quality ammo like Lapua Center X or SK Rifle Match. The bolt operation feels buttery smooth, ejection is positive, and the safety sits right where your thumb can reach it. A neat little cocking indicator shows you when you're ready to fire. The trigger is set around 15.5 ounces from the factory, which is extremely light for a rimfire. You can tweak it externally if you want to dial it up or down. That's a huge plus if you're serious about precision. The BMRX might cost more than a basic 22, but it's far cheaper than a full-blown custom rig, and you're still getting nearly the same accuracy potential. It's a rifle that can handle small game hunting, competition, or just showing off at the range. And that's a wrap. SHOT Show 2025 brought out some serious contenders in the 22 LR space. I'm personally eyeing the Mountain Bill Goat 15, but I'm curious to know which one caught your eye and why you think it's any good. Just sound off in the comments and let us all know. And while you're down there, please hit like, share this video with fellow shooters, and subscribe with the bell icon on. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching.